Straddling Asia and Europe across the strait, the old city of Istanbul, Turkey, has embraced diverse cultural influences. Known for its monumental architecture, Istanbul has become a cherished travel destination.
Almost 200 years after French physicist Jean Peltier discovered that electric current flowing through the junction of two different metals could be used to produce a heating or cooling effect, researchers say it is time to step up efforts to find new materials for the thermoelectric cooling market. A team has developed Smellicopter, an autonomous drone that uses a live antenna from a moth to navigate toward the smell. A Smellicopter can sense and avoid obstacles as it travels through the air. researchers have found a novel form of the Alzheimer's protein tau in the fluids surrounding the brain and spinal cord. This form of tau, known as Mabr tau, indicates what stage of Alzheimer's a person is in and tracks with tangles of tau protein in the brain. Ubiquitous neurotransmitter that carries signals between brain cells, dopamine, among its functions, is involved in multiple aspects of cognitive processing. The chemical messenger has been extensively studied from the perspective of external cues, or deterministic signals. The transition from the brick and mortar structure to click and order model started with the emergence of information technology and its use in the financial sector. The use of technology in banking has resulted in the availability of multiple delivery channels like ATMOS, telebanking, internet banking, and mobile banking. As we progress into the 21st century, communications are becoming faster and faster and faster. Think of the millions of different media images you are bombarded with every day. It is as important now to be able to read and make sense of those images as it has been able to read ordinary text. In 1861, Matthew Brady, a well-known portrait photographer, approached President Lincoln requesting permission to move freely about the country photographing the Civil War. Lincoln granted him permission to travel anywhere with the Union armies, and his record of this conflict brought home to millions the horrors of war. As introverts are thinking, they reach back into long-term memory to locate information. An introvert will often compare old and new experiences when making a decision, which slows the processing down but leads to carefully thought-out decisions. This means that introverts have an active dialogue with themselves and usually walk around with many thoughts in their minds. Tasmania is a large and relatively sparsely populated island off the south coast of Australia. The island is of particular interest to natural scientists who go there to research the unique wildlife. Tasmania has, for example, 12 species of bird that are not found anywhere else in the world. Previous research loss offered circumstantial evidence that Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, contains more water than all of Earth's oceans. However, temperatures there are so cold that water on the surface is frozen solid. Ganymede's ocean would reside roughly 100 miles below the crust, therefore. The water vapor would not represent the evaporation of this ocean. The terms summary and abstract are often used interchangeably, resulting in some confusion. This problem arises because there are two distinct types of abstracts: descriptive and informative. The informative abstract is sometimes called summary. The descriptive is not. The descriptive abstract is usually only 2 or 3 sentences in length. Hence, it is not a summary or very informative. A new study in mice finds that a high-fat diet allows cancer cells to act computic immune cells for fuel-impairing immune functioning and accelerating tumor growth. Cancer cells do so by rewiring their metabolisms to increase fat consumption. Blocking this rewiring enhances anti-tumor immunity. The findings suggest new strategies to target cancer metabolism and improve immune therapies. European wildcats, thought to be extinct 50 years ago in the Jura Mountains, have sincerely colonized part of their former territory. This resurgence in an area occupied by domestic cats has gone hand in hand with genetic crosses between the two species. A team of biologists modeled the interactions between the two species and predicted that hybridization will entail the irreversible genetic replacement of wildcats. The preparation of abstracts is an intellectual effort, requiring a general familiarity with the subject. To bring out the salient points of an author's argument calls for skills and experience. Consequently, a considerable amount of qualified manpower that could be used to advantage in other ways must be diverted to the task of facilitating access to information.